Hey, Healthies, I am just waiting for others to arrive and then I'll get started. So be a couple minutes. So enjoy looking at my pretty face for a while. So it doesn't look like there's anyone else going to join us. So if you guys can just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay, that would be fantastic. Perfect. Okay, so if any of you want to put your cameras on, you're more than welcome to. Obviously, it's a choice. I am happy to see your faces. I'm also fine to see the black screen. It's just really weird teaching to it without seeing you all. So first and foremost, I just wanted to say, like, hopefully you guys are traveling okay with your online learning. I'm here to help you with that as much as possible. So please don't feel like you're stressed to get health done. I want to keep a constant communication open between myself and yourselves, either through email or Zoom or parents or whatever. However, we need to do that because obviously, like, this is a very different and difficult time for all of us. So please make sure that you're not feeling stressed about health. It is what it is. We're just going to try and get it done as best as we can, and I'm here to support / help as much as I possibly can. Right. Second thing is that obviously thank you very much to all of you guys who submitted stuff last week. As most of you are aware, OneNote was having a few troubles, but that's still going to be our submission spot for all of our stuff. And then the only thing that I'm asking you guys now to do is also to email me the attachments that you complete when you complete them. So that's just once you've uploaded it to OneNote, great. But then also just send me an email being like, hey, miss, it's on the OneNote. You can attach them, not attach it, doesn't matter. It just makes it a lot easier for myself to track how you guys are going with all that kind of stuff. Also, in regards to that, this week, if you submitted anything, whether it was fully completed or not, like I just ticked you off as doing the work. Starting next week, though, as all of our work that I'm getting you to do is for your assessment, so there's a purpose behind it. It's not just like filling in time work. I'm going to be a little bit more stricter on getting that stuff done. So you need to submit everything. In regards to that, just follow the eLearn, because on the eLearn it'll tell you when things are due. So last week you would have started doing your secondary data template, and I had a few emails from a few of you guys saying, hey, is this due like the end of this week? No, it's not. It's actually due second lesson of this week, so that's a Wednesday for you guys. So just follow the eLearn. It'll be all on there to tell you when things are due and when things aren't due. So don't stress. If I've set something for one lesson, it's probably going to continue over a couple of lessons, to be honest. There's rarely anything that's due in the same lesson that you do it, just because it's really hard to track you guys at the moment, and obviously you guys are running on your own timetables and how that all looks. So don't worry about submitting straight away. Like the eLearn will tell you when you need to submit, so don't worry about that. Second or third thing, I guess, that I wanted to touch on was some of last week's work. So most of you guys have sent through your mood trackers, which is good. Everyone seems to be on track with those. Just a reminder, making sure that you're writing somewhere, whether that's on the tracker itself or in your OneNotes or whatnot, but your 3 positive and your 3 negative influences on you. The reason for that is because you will need that information, that primary data for your River of Life that you do in week 3, more than you will your colours, where your colours you'll find you'll need that in your assessment later on through your recommendations of which one worked and which one didn't. So you need both, so please make sure that you're doing both. Otherwise you'll have to go back and pretty much make it up on the spot, and it becomes a lot harder when you're trying to make things up instead of just doing it day by day. Second thing is the scaffold. Some of you guys had a really good go at that, which is great. I've also got that video up for you on the learning place that went through my scaffold, and hopefully you all received the email this morning with my scaffold attached to it. So that's the exact same one from the video. It should have all the drawings and stuff on it already. You're more than welcome to use your own scaffold for your assessment, or you can use mine. It doesn't matter. I don't care, as long as for when you're writing your assessment you're using either or. That would be obviously ideal, as it'll keep you on track. So did everyone get that scaffold this morning via email? Just thumbs up if you did through your... Perfect, sweet, good. Most of you did. That's fantastic. So yep, just follow either that or follow your own. It's totally your choice. I guess a little bit of reasoning behind why I got you guys to do the scaffolding is that I just wanted to see whether or not you guys had the ability to break a task sheet down and look at it in terms of a sort of like a complex text, I guess, but a little bit more of along the lines of, you know how last time we were doing those peer feedbacks where you tick and flick and you check off? Same sort of thing that we're going to be doing. It's the same sort of concept, just building up that that ability to problem solve and find a solution and correlate, really. So just wasn't a big deal if you didn't get it done, because obviously you all have the scaffold now, but if you did, then great. A lot of you had a really good go at it, which was fantastic. So work for this week is first and foremost today. This lesson was your secondary data stuff. So I'm going to hopefully share my screen with you now with the template. Now, just to go through it, there is a video on the eLearn now that goes through this for you. Then also I'll go through it now, but pretty much all you're doing is you are clicking on the websites that I have provided for you. You are reading through them. Some of them are quite long, like some of these are like 40 to 60 pages long. I'm not expecting you to read the whole thing. What I'm asking you to do though is siphon through it, find the significant information that relate to these 4 areas. So your significant information, your trends, your enablers and your barriers, and write that information in. I'm not expecting you to sit there and read over thousands and thousands of pages for one little quote. But what I am asking you guys to do is look through it, find the most important information that relates to the topic that we are currently looking at, which are these 4 up the top here, and put that information in. The only reason I'm getting you to do this is so that later on when you write your reports, you already have secondary data done. You'll be able to put this information straight away in your written area. You won't have to go researching later on. This should be done for you. So you do that through the couple of websites that I've given you, and then you have to find your own. And the only reason I'm asking you to find your own is because you guys will be aware from your mood trackers what's going on with you guys. I don't know what's going on, so I don't really know what sort of area or what state you're currently sitting in with your mental health. So you might want to look at something that connects to you and your mental state a little bit more closely, where somebody else might be looking at, all right, they're tracking really well, so they don't need to look at that. They might be looking at resources that can continue their mental health tracking well, or if your mental health's tracking really poorly, you might be looking at resources that or websites that are constantly talking about how to improve somebody's mental health. So that's why there is your find your own area there, so that you can make it a little bit more connected to you. Because as you guys are aware from reading your task sheet, the assessment is based on yourself. All right, so that is due Wednesday for you guys for this class. So you guys are due Wednesday, but as long as it's in your OneNote by Friday, I will be stoked. All right, and then lastly, your other topic that needs to be done other than your mood tracker, which needs to obviously continue to be worked through, which on Friday you will do this, is your scaffold of your primary data collection. So this is this sheet that I'm currently showing you now. This can only be done once you have done 14 days of your mood tracker though. So you need to have your mood tracker, you need to have information from your mood tracker to be able to complete this template. And the reason I'm getting you to complete this template is because next week you guys are going to start to learn about the River of Life, which is a whole new concept for us as a class. So you need to have your information from your mood tracker into a easier model to read and understand, to then put it into a River of Life template, so that the correlation and the transferring of information is a lot smoother and a lot more easier to understand. So that is why I'm getting you to do this on Friday. So this is due, you'll do it on Friday, and it's ideally due Friday, but if it happens to go through till Monday, that's totally fine too. So they are your two templates that you are working through from this week. Guys, I am sitting at school extremely bored, waiting for you guys to email me if you need any help. So please email me if you need help, because there's no point me sitting here looking at my computer screen and you guys struggling at home. Okay, so make sure you're constantly communicating with myself. If you're having any issues, please get a hold of me. Like, I am here to help. I want to help, because it actually is making my days go quicker. So does anyone have any questions off last week's work or this week's work, anything like that? Good to know you're as chatty as you normally are. Great. All right. So for next week, we will do same thing. We'll Zoom on Mondays, same time. What will happen is though, from next week, Monday Zoom, you will have your cameras on and you will make sure that you have one piece of information of something interesting or something you've done during isolation, just to entertain myself, because I'm really bored. All right. If you need any help, I am here. Email me, or we can organize a little Zoom session if you require some extensive help at all. All right. If you want to go, see you later. Or lastly, sorry, before you go, is these recordings will be put onto the eLearn as well, just in case you miss it. So if anyone's not in this now, I'll email that information out to you all, but just in case someone wants to know if they could have gotten on or whatever, it's all on the eLearn for you to access. All right. See you later, guys. Have a great day.
Love you, miss. Bye.
Bye, James. Are you okay now?